Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out a guide on the task, the Survivalist path, cold-blooded. Now, as you guys can see, I only have 2 of 4 of my PMC headshots, but I've gotten these 2 headshots within the last hour, and this is undoubtedly one of the harder tasks in Tarkov to do. I'm currently level 42, so it really doesn't matter to me to get all of my tasks done now. Once you hit 40, you're kind of good to go for everything. But I did want to kind of get some of these tasks done just for something to do, and I finally found a method that really works well for getting the tremors and not really affecting yourself that badly. So I'm going to have a whole entire guide on this here today, because on YouTube I couldn't really find a good one. It was just people breaking their legs, running around, getting lucky, getting headshots, and I wanted to make a guide where I can give you guys a list of stuff to buy, how to do it, and just give you the overall rundown on what we're going to be doing here today. So I have everything laid out here. I'm going to give you a rough estimate on the price of everything here before we load in. You can skip ahead a little bit if you just want to see the action, but I'd recommend you stay right now just so I can give you a rundown of everything on how everything's going to be working. So we have a semi-automatic shotgun with an 8-round magazine, and I'm using the 7mm Buckshot. Now, you guys are probably thinking, if you're a Tarkov, enthusiast and you're really good at the game, why are you using Buckshot? Well, the Buckshot has actually been working really well, and for that chance that you're going to run into a hatchling or a pistol, this works really well combined with the laser that we're going to be using. It just works out for me. Even I got 2 headshots on 2 PMCs already that have had helmets on. Now my tremor was already over, so it did not count towards my task. And that is one thing about this that is going to be crucial. Right off the bat, you're going to have to be running and gunning. You've got to be a complete Chad on this one, so that is just a fair warning right now. But the shotgun is going to cost you 20k. The 8-round magazine, if it doesn't come with one off the market, is going to cost you 2. Comm tags are about 15. Any helmet's going to run you 15 to 20. You can find these on the flea market for 10 if you want to use the old military helmets. Usually I use the 6B23s for this, but I'm going to be running this one just for example. 2 grenades, 20k. The ammo is only going to cost you about 2,000. The laser sight and Sprut's going to run you about 12 to 13k. Scav backpacks, I don't know how much they are. You should have plenty of backpacks stocked up. The armor, if you want some good armor and a repair, it's going to cost you between 20 and 40k. And then I have an IFAK here, which, I think are like 10k. So your IFAK is going to go in your Gamma or your Alpha. The sick case is completely optional. I keep it for dog tags, but if you want to bring a dog tag case or anything you want to put in your Gamma, go ahead and, bring whatever you'd like. So we are going to throw on our armor, our backpack, our comm tags, our helmet. I'm pretty sure I told you guys the prices of all that. We're going to load the magazine. Make sure you chamber one in the shotgun as well. We're going to throw our laser sight on the Sprut, and we are going to move that to the middle slot. It's going to be a lot easier that way, trust me. We're going to throw that on the shotgun, and we're going to equip the shotgun. Now we're down to the ammo. I bring in probably 50 because there's a lot of scavs in here, and I like to just slaughter them all. Now, I know you guys are thinking you don't have a lot of heals on you. You're going to be going into factory, so you really do not need a ton of heals. You can just get out and extract. If you die, you die. It is what it is. But we're going to be bringing the Zag. I don't know how to pronounce the whole entire name correctly, so I just call it the Zagustin. We're going to be using this, and this is the key to this. And the Aquamari is also a big key once you come out of raid. So the main thing about this is you get hand tremors, and there is a 70-second delay, and there's some other drugs that have a 270-second delay. There's one I think is like 2 minutes. This one is only a 70-second delay, so you're going to hotkey this to 4, and you're going to pop this as soon as the factory match starts. And I'm going to show you guys the whole entire thing in an offline raid, just so we don't get clowned on by some Chad. But I'm going to show you everything. Just give me a couple more minutes. So you want to hotkey this, and you're going to pop this right off the beginning of the raid. Make sure you have that hotkeyed. It is super important. You have 2 nades to spawn kill PMCs. If you have the PMC nade quest or task as well, that can help with that. The Aquamari is for the after effect of the Zag, because if you guys see, the hydration recovery gets destroyed. You start tanking hydration, and when the stim finally wears off, you're going to have about 20 hydration points left. You can last for a couple minutes, but I wouldn't stay in the raid more than 5 minutes after your stim wears off. So, one more thing. Your tremors only last 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to get headshots. You have to rush and be a Chad. Now, if there's a lot of scavs, that is what it is. But, you can just get out at that point and re-queue. But the Aquamari, if you guys don't know, is one of the most hydrating items in the game. One Aquamari will get you about 3 to 4 hydration points. So make sure you're stocking up on these, or just regular water bottles, because you are going to be about 20 hydration once you come out of the raid. Regardless if you extract or die, you're going to need a lot of Aquamari or water bottles. I have a schmog here just for my face cover. You're going to find face covers and eyewear off all the scavs in factory. So I pretty much covered everything. Let's finally hop into a factory raid. Now, like I said, it is going to be offline just so I can show you how to do everything. Guys, one more tip really quickly. I would recommend insuring your gear before you go into an online raid. It's just basically getting stuff back for free. In a way, it's free money even though you're paying for it, because if you die, you get all that stuff back or whatever's not been looted. So I always recommend insuring stuff, and I just wanted to throw this tip in there for you guys because you are spending a decent amount on this kit. Okay guys, we are going to be deploying here very shortly, and what I'm going to do is spam the 4 key. That's going to pop our stim right away. Now, I would highly recommend you try to know your spawns for factory. Now, obviously, I'm just going to do what I would always do. We have, I spawned kind of by where that letter quest is. There's a PMC spawn down here right there, and there's also going to be a PMC spawn either in this area behind that gate or one on the far side over there. So make sure you know your PMC spawns, but it is not important to really get into your rushing right now. As you can see in our health, we do not have a Tremor yet. So what I would be doing now is nading PMC spawns wherever I would spawn. Typically the one hallway where you have to do the tool set task. That's a pretty hot area right off spawn. But we're going to be heading towards the office. I don't see any scavs yet. And this is where I get a lot of my PMC headshots, man. At the office or at gate 3. I got one in the office and one in gate 3 in the last hour. We don't have our Tremor yet. Like I said, it takes 70 seconds. So kind of work to where you're going to be setting up. And once you're around here, you can start getting ready for PMCs. You're going to be using that headset to your advantage here to really hear where they're coming from. And what you have to do is you have to rush them. So let's say you hear one coming down the hall. If you have nades, you can nade them if you want to. But I would recommend just challenging pretty much any footsteps you hear, because once it hits, you have 2 minutes. So it's going to be hitting here very, very shortly. Check our time, if not already. But we are going to be getting our Tremor right now. So you have 2 minutes. As soon as you see that Tremor, you have 2 minutes to get something done. So, you know, rushing office, you can rush gate 3. Usually there's a PMC spawn right here. So if you got an exit camper, you know, you can take him out. You can get in there, take him out. The laser sight, that's what it's for. You know, getting those headshots right there. That's a headshot. Now, if you're killing a, you know, hatchling, pistoling, whatever you want to call those guys, the nakeds, that's a kill right there towards your task. And you only need to get 4 of them. You hop in here, this guy's camping in here. They're probably going to be geared, but, you know, if you're running AP20, which is something I forgot to mention earlier, you can definitely go that route to try and kill exit campers. But man, it is honestly really easy using this method. You're going to lose a couple 100,000, maybe even 1 million. But at the end of the day, you're getting your task done. To me, 1 million is not a lot of cash. To you guys, it might be a ton. But just to get a task done, it's a good feeling, man. Not a lot of scav spawning, which is kind of unusual. We might be out of our Tremors already. We still have a little bit left. It does not have a timer on it, but you want to take full advantage of rushing office, rushing gate 3. Those are going to be your hot zones. This hallway's kind of hot sometimes, but I kind of avoid it. But in the last hour, like I said, I've gotten 2 of my headshots. I've killed plenty of PMCs in the last hour as well, just using this kit that I'm running right now with the 7mm buckshot. Our Tremor's going to be running out. But as you guys can see, our water is rapidly declining. We're at minus 85, and it's going down 1 pretty much every second, if not 2 points a second. So we're going to let that run out, and I am going to show you that low hydration. And we're probably just going to extract, and, you know, that's when you would use your Aquamari or, you know, loot a couple scavs, get out, repeat the process, just buy another Zag, and get back into it. Once you kind of get the groove down and you start extracting, now if you keep dying, that's going to definitely affect things. But, you know, if you're extracting, you keep all your gear, you get right back into it, pop a Zag, you got 2 minutes of Tremors, you run around, try to kill people. If you're not successful, just extract, pop an Aquamari. You know, don't use the whole thing, obviously. Use like 20 or 30, get yourself back up to 100, and you're good to go, man. It's super simple. I know it was an offline raid, and I did not really get any PMC or even scav kills. I mean, there's no scavs around. Usually the scavs are like flocking here in factory, but I just want to show you the laser sight a little bit more. Having it on that bottom slot is a lot more effective than you might even think. For me personally, having it on the left or the right really just didn't work out that well for me. But having it on the bottom has been just phenomenal in getting those headshots. You can see 2 more headshots right there. That first one might not have been, it might have been a chest shot. But guys, I highly recommend trying this method. Hopefully it was informative enough. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, man. I try to explain everything the best I could, give you the values of everything, give you kind of the rundown on how to run this kind of raid. But you know, I wanted to show you everything in offline mode. If you guys want, I can do this online or make a part 2 to this or whatever you guys need. I answer all my comments, good or bad, so make sure you leave one if you have any questions. Hopefully this guide was informative, and hopefully you guys get your task done. If you do complete your task, also leave a comment how long it took with my method. I'm really interested to know. So hopefully this was a good guide. If you did enjoy it or it does help, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, channel sponsors and equipment in the description below. That is all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.